everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fans channel, here to give you a quick taste of Doodle God Evolution. This is a game that has Doodle God, Doodle Farm, and a handful of other little modes in it, where you're essentially combining elements to make new elements, taking that new element, combining with another element, and making new elements, and so on, and so on, and so on. These two main modes here is essentially this one is you're the god of a planet, and you are combining elements to make new stuff and all that kind of stuff, and important stuff like fire, lava, and stuff like that show on the map and all that kind of fun stuff. Doodle Farm is the same, but it's a farm, but there's griffins on it as well, mythical creatures. The quests are essentially like you are given a task, like, hey, escape from the island, combine these elements. I'm sure at some point you're going from like water and sand to like building boats and stuff like that. So you have a actual goal in mind, an end task, instead of just build everything. Artifacts are essentially fairly easy. You get these, once you get the correct elements, I believe you can combine them. You still have to figure out what the elements are. You combine them into this. So once I got stone, I just combined stone. I made Stonehenge. Puzzles are a little more interesting. You are actually going from, let's say, like point A to point B, like from like this one. Turning like the elements of a nuclear bomb into a flower. So of course I started with like fire and all that kind of stuff. So at the end result, I want to have a flower. So let's see, let's unlock ice cream cone. So from here, I start with like air, earth, fire, water, and then I have like milk. I need to go from those simple elements into the end game of having ice cream. So that's what that is. And it's essentially like, hey, build a tree from all these like starting elements. You're not going to be able to combine two elements off the bat to get the end result. Here I've created a fairly big chunk of stuff. I've got about 20 elements, and I've kind of filled out the globe here. On the left there, it shows these kind of like, these are like, hey, if you complete these, you get energy, which is shown on the top right. Supposedly you can buy them, but the store doesn't work at all. I've also had some weirdness with the achievements. It supposedly awards me the achievement, but doesn't award me the achievement. I'm not 100% sure. And then at the bottom, if I hit actually X, it'll kind of take me on a tour of what I've done. Y is this little wheel of fun that I can spin. You get a free spin every set amount of time. And then you get goodies out of these. So this one essentially is like, hey, this one awarded me hints and stuff like that, and I can rotate the planet. So we're gonna hit A and kind of build stuff. So this is what I've kind of unlocked. I got bacteria recently. Like I said before, I got these hints earlier. So I'm gonna use a hint. So something and something makes quicksilver. That's not enough. Like to make electricity and so on and so forth. Two groups maybe interact. So something in here will make something that I do not have yet. So earth and swamp, earth and vodka. Let's try. Nope. Nope. Here we go. There's that quicksilver I wanted. And of course, if you just want the easy way,
I'll keep an eye on you.
and I could just keep doing that over and over again. But we're going to actually go to the Doodle Farm, where I haven't unlocked as much stuff. But the game essentially boils down to rubbing one thing against another thing until something happens. So let's go to this and then this. So we got grass, we got fire. Can I combine those? Nope. How about seeds and fire? Nope. Trees and life. I think that just makes me, yeah, that makes a Trent, which I now have up here. And I'm controlling left side with the left stick, right side with the right stick, which works pretty well, but it takes a little getting used to. But then the D-pad controls the left side over here, which is weird. So let's see what I can quickly make here.
A prodigious discovery.
And so on and so on and so on. And that's what the bulk of that game is going to be. Let's actually do one of the puzzles. No, let's do the quest. And I want to do the first one. And you can unlock these with the thing. So you get a little bit of a story here. So I got human, and I want to combine it with sand. What do I get? So I essentially explored. So what we're going to do here is explore the forest, and that's going to give me bushes, game, and tree. This mode seems a bit more involved because you actually have to like, it's got like a, well, limited, but you're exploring. Let's explore the beach. So I got some oysters. So let's see. I want to get human with tree.
A prodigious discovery.
So then I want to do human with a stick, but I can't do that. So right now I probably want to make fire. So actually I want a human, and then locations, cliffs. That's going to probably give me rocks. There it is. So I bet I can use the stone and stick to make
Very nice.
a hammer, and then so on and so forth. And I'm sure at some point I'll be able to make fire and all that kind of fun stuff like that. What's it over here? Okay, so like as you see at the end of it, I'm going to be able to make a boat and escape. And of course, I'm sure it'll be the same thing for all these going through. I can help Santa deliver his presents. The one I did for the puzzles was essentially I made a bow for Cupid. And you can actually see how it kind of went here. I started like, I would combine beast with angel to make wool, angel with the tree to make a stick, angel with wool to make rope, rope with stick to make a bow, angel with bow to make Cupid's bow. Some of it seems really weird thinking. Like angel is just a replacement for the human that was on the Survivor Island kind of stuff. But yeah, like once you play this for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, you've essentially seen everything in like the big, like the modes that will take you probably the longest. But I'm sure once you kind of get through the those stuff, you will quickly progress. You can't mix vodka and fire. I believe this game is $15, and it is also on the phone, if I remember right. But yeah, it's fairly simple. Like, hold on, let's go to fire and water. Oh no, that's air. Fire and water essentially will make
Amazing.
alcohol, and then alcohol, blah blah blah, vodka, and then lots of simple stuff like stone and water will make. And I've already unlocked these, but stone and water will make sand. So it's essentially like if you know how some of the like basic things on the planet are made, you can make some headway and like, hey, I got plankton. We're gonna combine those, and I made a fish. And he's gonna pop up here. It's stuff that's more important to kind of show up here, and as it goes on, it'll be probably harder to kind of remember stuff that I have done and haven't done. But then again, I got my hints. So energy, stone.
I'll keep an eye.
I made an egg from rock in a life. That doesn't really make sense, but okay. And then that was one of the things I could do. But yeah, it's essentially what you'll be doing for most of the game. I think these quests are the most interesting part of this, but it still seems a little bit pricey for how basic it really feels. The puzzles, just be aware that if you do these, you have limited resources. You will have to, if you do something wrong, you just go back and you'll get your stuff back. But I'm essentially trying to get to so I gotta have a nuclear explosion and fire. Nope. Nuke and like if I do nuke and human, that actually just makes a terrible corpse.
Oh, wondrous day.
And you can always see your progress through the thing here. And that nuclear explosion actually looks like a rose, which is nice. And like they give you a bunch of those energy things, so you can probably just unlock everything if you want. And then use the rest for like help. Yeah, I think you get like 10,000 at the beginning, and then now I still have plenty more. And then the achievements are essentially like discovered this many elements, or make this same element 3 times or something like that. But yeah, that's Doodle God. They're the achievements. I do like that there's a little hamster there on the right side. But I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fan Channel. Thank you for joining me. I feel that this game's a little expensive for what it offers, and it's just incredibly repetitive at a point. It actually got fairly repetitive when I was barely 4 or 5 minutes in because I saw everything. This very much feels like a game that's suited for a tablet or a phone on a long car trip, not sitting in front of a TV continually flicking the analog sticks around. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you. Bye.